Hey guys, this is Thomas Miner. I am an agent with the Exit Realty North Star office, and today I want to talk about something that I basically have friends, family members, or clients bring up every day, and they're talking about and they're asking me about the current real estate market and whether now is a good time to buy, good time to sell, whatever, whatever. They basically just want to get an idea of where the market is locally and everything like that. They see national news articles talking about how quickly everything is selling and how appreciation has increased and increased. And that kind of makes them seem like it's not a good time to buy. So a lot of them will bring this conversation up to me. And what I want to kind of talk about is I feel like I'm not saying to just throw it away and not paying attention to it at all, but I feel like it's kind of the wrong factor to look at. And I want to talk about controllable factors that you can control versus uncontrollable factors. And I kind of want to go through them one by one and talk about why some of them are more important than others and maybe why we shouldn't worry as much about the factors that we can't control. So I'm going to pull up the slideshow again and we're just going to kind of go one by one and talk about this as simply as we can. Let me pull this banner out of the way. If you guys have any questions, please leave them down below in the comment section, or I dropped the link to even join in on the call if you want to just talk to me face to face about it right now. We can live stream and record that. It would be really, really cool. So on the left side here, I have written down uh, all of your controllable factors that will you'll be able to assess whether uh, what you want to buy and your ability to buy in this market, those are all the things you control. So you can control your budget, you can control how much you're willing to spend per month on a house. You can control what you want in a house, and then you control what you need. There's a difference between your needs and your wants. I'm not asking people to live in a one bed, one bath house if they have a family of four. So you need a bigger house. Your wants can be more things like you don't need a hot tub in your backyard, you don't need a jacuzzi tub, you don't need hard whatever, where you can control your wants a little bit as well. You can control your credit score. You may not be able to adjust it as quickly as some people think, but you can always improve your credit score. You can control your down payment if it means sitting back for 6 months to save up more of a down payment so you can feel more safer in your purchase, or so you can maybe up your budget just a little bit. You can definitely save for a down payment. So those are all the things you can control. And this is what I'm kind of talking to people about. This is the type of things that you should focus on. Things you can't control. You can't control where the market's at, and you can't control list prices, and you can't. I shouldn't just say list prices because there's a difference between list price. There's a difference between market price. Market price is what it's going to more than likely sell for or what it's worth. List price is what they're listing it at and asking. In this market right now, like I just looked at West Des Moines about a week ago, about a third of West Des Moines houses, single family resale homes, are going for over asking. So listing price is not necessarily the market price, if that makes any sense. You can't control interest rates. So you can't control that they've gone up recently, and you can't control the way that would affect your monthly payment. But it doesn't it doesn't change your budget, but it affects how much you'd be able to willing to spend up to. Um, and then you can't control inventory, you can't control what types of houses are listed. So you can't control these three things. But the question I would ask all these people that reach out to me and say, "Hey, what's the market like?" The question I would ask is, why are you looking to move? And if you can find that home that meets all of these controllable things that you got here, if you can find that home that's in your monthly budget, that fits some of your wants and fits all of your needs, wouldn't you just go ahead and buy it right now? Even if people consider the market has been rising rapidly, interest rates have been rising, but even if it fits all these requirements, just because people say the market it's a bad time to buy, that doesn't mean it's a bad time for you to buy. You can always, if you're smart about it, find homes that you purchase under market price. Interest rates, yes, you can't really control them now, but once you get in a home that you love, that you'll hopefully be in for a very, very long time, you can watch interest rates from there and always refinance. And then if you can't refinance, if it gets in that extreme situation where interest rates just run away, which I don't think is going to happen, I don't have a crystal ball though, you can always keep the fixed rate that you're at now. It met your budget because we're making a smart purchase, The interest rates, if you're at a fixed rate, do not affect you then at that time. Um, I think one of the things that people get scared about when they're talking about the current market that we're in, that's a very good point. Actually, I'm gonna hopefully not get sidetracked. I'm gonna bring this up. You're buying a home, not an interest rate. Brian says you can always refinance homes in Des Moines. They do not decrease in most cases. That is correct. Um, he always puts the tagline in there in most cases because in some extreme cases we have seen some homes depreciate in value. But if you buy a home that you're willing to stay in for a long time and you take good care of it, very, very good chances 4 or 5 years down the line that you'll be able to sell that house for more money. But I'm not hiding. Good. Thank you, Brian, for commenting. That was very, very good. There's always more than one exit strategy out of a home other than just selling it for a loss if it does get to that extreme case. Rents, along with home prices, rents will continue to rise. You will always be able to rent your home out as another extra strategy. Say if you were to get offered your dream job and you just have to move away from Iowa, you have that extra strategy. So you have that confidence there. And then what did I go back by? If you feel like you're buying at the top of the market and you're uncomfortable with how much you're paying, but it's a house you love and it fits your budget and it fits all of these things, maybe look at increasing your down payment so you have more equity when you get into it so you feel safer in that purchase. That's definitely something to think about. There's so many I can talk for hours about this, but I just kind of want people to think about focusing on these controllables here more so than these uncontrollables. You can't control market price. You can't control interest rates. You can't control the inventory that's available. But you can control your wants. You can't control your budget. You can't control your credit score. You can't control your down payment. And with those, you can get into a home sooner than you think, and you can get into a home earlier than just waiting for the market to quote unquote crash. And the last thing I will bring up with that, if you were waiting for the market to crash, there's so many people predicting whatever sort of correction, whatever is gonna happen. There's so many people predicting what's happening. Nobody knows 100%. So if you're waiting for the crash, it's not gonna happen tomorrow, I can tell you that for sure. You might be waiting for a while, and with the way real estate works, you're better off buying earlier than waiting. It's just that's a fact. So, I hope that makes sense to you guys. I'm always open for more discussion, so call me, text me, email me, whatever it is. Reach out, ask any questions that you have. I'm more than willing to talk about real estate. Thank you guys so much for watching and have a great day.